Hello everyone. So today I'm trying to solve a problem, and if you have been following my videos on org mode, then I'm sure you will probably relate to it. And I also received a couple of comments on this. Now I use org mode to do a lot of things, and one such thing is to write books. And this is one such folder where I have plenty of org files. And if I show you one of my org file, let us say this one. So it's a bit too big. Come on. All right. So let us say this one, guide to start your Atlassian career. I have this file with a lot of information. In this particular file, I have, of course, text. I also have images, and that is what I wanted to talk about. So if you look at this particular file, let me search for some images. For example, I know that I have some plant UML based images, which is something that I am definitely using for some time now. I think plant UML is wonderful. You can actually create wonderful images, simple images, diagrams, flowcharts, whatever kind of flowcharts you want to make using code. And it will actually create a file for you, and it will save the file in a directory that you can specify here. Like all the images that I want, my plant UML images are actually stored in this directory called images slash there is a directory right now. This is great. This is actually wonderful way for me to basically manage my images. And I did mention it that for each and every org file I have a separate folder. So it could be the plant UML file, or it could be maybe an image that I download using org download. So if I close this file and open maybe another one, this one, so I have this particular file which is basically stored in a directory called images slash mastering tempo, which is another directory with the same name. And just to show you the directory structure, so this is all these are all the org files along with, of course, their individual PDF. I don't really massively care about the PDF or other files because I can delete them. I can always generate them unless I have to create a separate version of those PDF files, which I do for my client proposals. Now I have this directory called images, and if you look here, I have like a separate folder. For example, guide to start your Atlassian career. There is this directory with, of course, 3 files. Now one of the file here, 2022-0404 screenshot, is actually not being used. Now this is a problem. So when I'm writing a document, I may, of course, have images. For plant UML based files, most likely it will override the existing image if I do a change. But for screenshots, which I download using org download, often I need to just get rid of the old screenshots and use a new one, which is fine. It works, but I want to ensure that if I have an image which is not being used in my org file, I want to ideally remove it. So I was actually trying to write a script. I've not really written the whole script, but I'm just writing it, and I thought I'll probably explain. So what this script will do, number one, it will go through all the org files in a specific directory. So I'll probably when I write the script, I'll probably pass in the directory path. It could be dot if I'm running it from the same directory, or it could be relative to the home. So that is number one. So we'll reach the we'll reach this directory, and using a simple you can always do star.org to list all the or only the org files. This is wonderful, but what we are looking for is we are trying to then get inside those files and look for a specific pattern. So I'm not very great with regular expressions, to be honest, but I think with the help of online search with Stack Overflow, there are plenty of examples. So I don't really bother learning regular expressions. It is too complicated, to be honest. I mean, of course, I can do simple things, but there are endless things that you can do with regular expressions. So what I was thinking is, and I know it can also be done using awk, I believe, which, to be honest, again, I'm not really an expert, but I'll probably use grep, and grep works, I guess, fine. But I'll probably worry about the exact command that I will use for the string. But I'm trying to show you or share with you the approach. So number one, we'll we'll go through all the org files in a specific directory. Then we'll go inside a particular file, and we'll look for the pattern, which is, let us say, something like, user.png or whatever.png. So what you can actually do is you can actually write a simple script using the grep. So for example, if you do something like this, grep hyphen I is for ignoring the case. So it could be dot png with capital or png with small case. N will also print the line number, and H is, I believe, for printing the file name. So what we'll do is we'll simply search for .png, this simple pattern. And of course, it is not perfect. You can ideally you should write a regular expression to search for something that has in the beginning images / whatever, and then whatever.png, right? So this is ideally you should be doing. But if you run this command, it will actually give you all these files with .png in the extension. .png extension used, or basically any line with this particular pattern .png, and I think it will work, but it is of course not perfect. And once you have this, you can then dump these. Of course, you'll have to do some further processing. I was thinking of using cut command. I believe cut command should work. Maybe not. If not, I'll probably just make sure that I have a way to delimit this. I think I can use colon, because that is where these are the lines where we actually have the images embedded. So maybe we can do something like cut and delimited by colon, and after colon we are looking for 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So yeah, so this is something that I think will work. Yeah, I know it is not perfect, but we are getting close, right? This will definitely work. And of course, we have to then also most likely I will also ignore these lines with file, because these are the lines where I have basically the plant UML path, which I am using here in the begin source. We just need these lines with these square brackets. So when you have these file names, you can just dump it to maybe a temporary file, and then in the same script, then go to that particular and of course, when you have that particular file name, then of course with of course path, because we have images and then guide to whatever, then go to that particular path or look for that particular image. If it is there, fine. If not, delete it, right? So this is what I was thinking. And this is of course again not absolutely perfect, because you may have I believe multiple images with the same. No, it can't really be the case, right? You can't really have multiple images with the same name. That will probably never really happen, but yeah, something to think about. So this is something that I'm doing. I'll of course share with you the progress. I'll of course finish the script, but today I have some time, like I had 10 minutes, so I thought, why not share my thinking process? And this is how I think you should do things, right? It's not really massively complicated. It's all about in your mind how you want to approach this problem. And once this happens, I think I'll probably keep this script. I'll not really run the script all the time, but maybe whenever I have to do house cleaning, I'll do it. So this is something that I thought I'll share with you, and hopefully you get some ideas. And if you have a better way of doing it, or if you already are doing it, then please let me know. I'm sure people are doing it, right? It's a common thing, and I'm sure someone has written a script. But I think I personally prefer not to use the scripts or solutions. I personally prefer to write it myself. So I also learn, and this actually develops your skills. Um, you'll of course learn about multiple tools. You will also think about how to solve a problem, how to break it down, and then solve it. All right, that is all. That is all I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.